there's only one problem with that T-shirt. In the movies, they don't have the sleeves.
Don't have sleeves in the movie.
Well, sleeves were outlawed in Miami during the 80s.
I've never been in the sun.
Dion, you're so creepy there. Staring at Thomas's exposed arms, slowly peeling a grape with your teeth.
I'm kind of into it. I'm not gonna lie.
He's married, so he's unobtainable.
I know. Dion, you're ticking my boxes, yeah?
You mean unobtainium?
I don't even want to eat this grape anymore.
So, welcome to the CineBeards. We're talking about James Cameron's Avatar.
No, we're not. What the fuck? I refuse. I'll
It
leave.
came out a decade ago.
Yeah.
We've had 3D movies for a decade.
Yeah, they're killing the cinema though.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, they're just like a passing
They're just
fad.
passing gimmick.
Yeah.
Ah, well. Sad.
They'll never add anything to a movie.
No, only subtract. That's how maths works. I think.
So,
I don't
what are we
like
talking
this.
about today?
Well, you know how in Gemini Man, Will Smith is starring along Will Smith. By the way, that's out this weekend, and we could have gone to see it, but we didn't.
But
Because
for reasons...
We're smart boys.
Well, let's not go that far.
Also, I'll wait till I can legally purchase and watch it in the comfort and safety of my own home.
So we
at
can
the required
So
frame
actually-
rate.
that sounds
so
like a riff
we-
track.
can legally
Oh, God.
legally purchase and watch it. And then
Well,
everyone
only
else
one
can
of
watch
us-
it with us at a later stage.
No, well,
Yay.
only one of us needs to legally purchase it if we're going to watch it on the same...
We went over this last time with Hobbs and Shaw. We all have to legally purchase it separately
Yes.
to legally be able to view it.
Yeah. Can't have a public viewing. It's against the law.
Oh, right, shit.
The
and-
MPAA says so.
Alright, so because he's starring alongside a younger himself in that movie, we're gonna just take a look at movies.
He
that
must be. He's probably going to be really pissed off that like
That he upstaged himself?
That younger Will Smith got paid more.
Hey man, if he wanted to get paid more, he should have worked harder.
Yeah.
Also, younger Will Smith still has more thetans in him, so
Or does he have less? How does it work?
no, you get rid of thetans
Right, you get rid of them.
by pooping.
I thought it was with the divining rods, and they shock you.
The more you poop, the more thetans you get rid of.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes
Each
sense.
time you poop, you're closer to.
That's why I'm
alien
super
God.
evil.
Have you been having ice blasts again?
Maybe. I don't even go to the movies anymore. I just go for ice blasts.
Oh, here he comes again.
like
Don't
Stefan
serve
on
him.
the
Don't serve him. No, come on. Say, hey, I like an ice bath. I'm definitely gonna watch a movie this time. Okay.
Sir, you need to purchase a movie ticket to buy an ice box.
Press a little red button under the counter. And security comes over.
Press in case
There's
of
a poster of
Thomas.
Thomas in the back. Do not serve this man.
Do not serve him an ice blast.
Call the police immediately.
This man is an addict. Please do not enable him.
So, movies where actors...
Yeah. One thing I noticed.
So, Terminator Genesis, does that count?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does actually.
Well,
One thing I noticed though is for a long time, the only movies where actors starred alongside themselves were comedies
Yeah.
Yes.
until they were action movies, because everything became an action movie.
No, it didn't. Name one action Medea movie.
A Medea funeral?
I'd have to know more about the Medea films, and unlike you,
a
I'm not a
Medea
cultural
ass-kicking.
expert. There's one.
Medea in the Hood is the right answer, Jason.
There is one.
I don't even know if you're joking or not.
There's
I guess
one
you'll just-
old spooky movie with a double, and that's old Vincent Price.
This is true. This
The
is true.
Haunted something I watched.
Yo.
That seems like a clunky title for a movie. The Haunted Something I Watched.
Yeah, but
There's
it
a lot
sounds
of-
like something that Vincent Price would be in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the Marvel films actually do it, where young Jeff Bridges acts against himself.
I know, and it's always impressive to see that he's got that much role over such different
Yeah, that
characters.
much range.
I completely didn't realize it because I'm a big idiot. But we can talk about Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Because I'm a big idiot.
Absolutely.
I didn't even realize until Thomas shared the meme that we could talk about Tron, despite the fact that we keep going on about there being Jeff Bridges and a young Jeff Bridges in that movie. That's how my life has been at the moment.
I'm glad I could ground you, Jason. I'm glad I could do that for you.
Wait, who stars across themselves in Endgame?
Definitely only one.
Like, I don't know what's worse. If the question is sincere, or if he's making a joke that
Yeah,
bad.
both are awful.
Both are just terrible.
I think it's an important distinction to make that we are more focused on movies where an actor literally interacts with themselves, as opposed to actors that exist within the movie at the same time but never speak to
Like
each other.
adaptation.
Exactly like adaptation, which is a fucking phenomenal movie.
Yeah. Nicolas Cage at his best and most Nicolas
Is
Cage
it based
at
on
the
a
same
book?
time.
Not
Strict.
There you go, dear.
It's based on the basing
You
of
get a
a
grade.
book.
Yeah.
It's seriously though, if you haven't seen adaptation, watch it. It's directed by Spike Jonze and written by Kaufman, who ironically is the main
like Andy
character.
Kaufman.
Yeah.
Yes, who ironically is the main character of the film, and it goes on from Being John Malkovich because they did Being John Malkovich together,
Okay.
and then the follow-on is kind of this really maybe the most the most meta film you will ever watch,
Yeah.
about a writer writing himself into a screenplay, but he's actually writing about writing himself into a
shit, I've heard
screenplay.
about this.
And he's got an identical twin brother, and it's Nick Cage. And seriously, it is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
It really, really is a great movie, and it's really well written, and it's fucking bizarre because the writer of the film is the main character of the film and is writing about being the main character of an adaptation of a book that he's writing about.
I can see the Cannes Film Festival just like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, seriously, like it's really good. It really is really good.
Don't
And
start basketball.
it's another one of those movies where I'm like, man, Nick Cage is a good actor, and then you watch National Treasure and you're like, man, Nick Cage is a bad actor, you know. And unfortunately,
And then you watch Vampire's Kiss and you're like, man,
Nick
he's
Cage
an interesting
is an
actor.
actor.
What is Nick Cage? maybe that's an episode for the future. What is Nick Cage?
I feel that's
Greenlit.
I would click on that.
I don't know. I feel that's too ambitious. I feel like there's too much to unpack there.
No, because you'd have to watch a lot of Nick Cage movies.
Yeah.
And then you'll go crazy like Abed in that episode of Community where they study Nick Cage.
Oh god, I remember that episode.
We're not ready for that. Our sanities are not. But yeah, adaptation is a really cool example of, like, you know, an actor reacting with acting alongside themselves. But it's also quite a, you know, cop out because the brother is just basically his foil for everything. He's like his opposite in every way. So he's timid, the brother's outgoing. So it's kind of an easy character study, whereas opposed to. And I watched another movie, which I can now proudly say I've seen Denis Villeneuve's entire film catalogue,
Nice.
which is Enemy, where Jake Gyllenhaal plays opposite himself. And in the movie,
Oh yes, that's the one where he sees a video, right, of a
yeah, I see
dude
the
that looks
movie.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dude that looks exactly.
It also
like
starts with
Ah.
one of the strangest opening sequences. I don't know if you remember it. It starts with, let's call him bad Jake Gyllenhaal, his character going to a sex show, but it's a sex show that features the very, very hyper-specific fetish of crushing. Do you know what that is?
Oh.
Please
tell me it's just cakes and goods. And
No.
no.
It's when it's when tall, muscular women, or just tall women, or just any woman, will put on really big. Dion, focus.
No.
Will put on really big high heels. Dion.
What? I want to know what Jason said.
They'll put on
What
really.
did you say? Jason. No. Is this?
It's a
What
slip-
happened to this
they'll-
grave?
They'll
What
put
happened
on
to this
really-
grave?
They'll put on really big high heels and they'll crush
yeah.
small animals for sexual, like
Nope.
for people watching sexual pleasure. And it's just, I don't think I've ever
My
seen
dick is
it,
not that
like,
small.
I don't think I've ever seen it portrayed in a movie except for
I would not-
I saw it in ABCs of Death. It's in ABCs of Death. But outside of that, I've never seen it portrayed in a
Go
movie.
look this real quick. So close. So close.
Almost
Again,
start
again.
Almost basketball.
Again.
Gimme, gimme,
I know
gimme,
we
gimme.
can definitely not choke me to death.
Okay. Oh! Just eat it. Just eat it.
No, third time.
Okay,
You get one more. You get one more.
Third
You get one
time's a
more.
charm. Yay!
Top class podcast material.
First take.
Not in one.
Go to one. Swish.
Kobe.
We really kept the tone of small animals being crushed by women for sexual
Gratification.
Nope.
Nope. But yeah, it features that, which is weird to see. But the rest of the movie is really cool because it's got a lot of like really trippy dream vibes where you're not sure what is actually happening and
You don't know which Jake Gyllenhaal to shoot.
you don't know which. Well, that's adaptation's greatest strength is throughout the movie because
You
of
just
it-
want to shoot Jake
because-
Gyllenhaal.
No, I'm talking about adaptation now. Throughout the movie, because of the like meta commentary, and because more than once he'll either have a dream sequence or there'll be just a daydreaming sequence of his life. So the movie already establishes that not everything you're seeing is actually happening.
Yeah.
And coupled with the fact that he is constantly, you're hearing his internal monologue, and that makes you not sure if what you're seeing is him as the writer writing what you're seeing or him as the person reflecting on his thoughts.
Yeah.
Nice.
Amongst themselves.
What I really liked about the adaptation was, like, the first time I watched it, I was seriously doubting whether they were actually brothers.
Yes.
Or whether it was just, like,
Through it's crazy.
himself
Yeah,
being
through-
crazy.
Especially because at one point his brother, who's his identical twin obviously, is talking to him on like lying on the floor just spouting garbage, and he's saying like, "Oh my god, I'm losing my mind."
Yeah.
And so you're like, "Oh, well, that's the thing." And also because, you know, you've seen Fight Club where both characters again are kind of foils for each other, you're wondering if when you're seeing the brother, you're like, he's confident in him, and when you're seeing him, he's just like withdrawn him. You're wondering if that's the dynamic, and yeah.
Seriously, watch adaptation.
Seriously watch adaptation.
Like, seriously
And
watch it.
In Enemy, I was actually really surprised, features an moment, and I haven't like,
You mean a jump scare?
In a while.
I haven't been jump scared in a fucking minute, and it was a really unexpected jump scare,
That's-
and it was maybe one of the best uses of jump scare I think I've ever
Which
seen
film is
in a
this?
film. Enemy. It happens. In,
No, 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 no,
I'm not
no,
gonna say
no,
when.
no,
I'm
no,
not-
no, 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 no.
No, I'm just saying it happens at such an
The
unexpected.
best jump scare I've ever had that just absolutely floored me was in the second last episode of The Haunting of Hill House.
Yes. I know exactly the moment you're talking
I
about.
took
This
I
is
took your
on that
advice.
level.
I took your advice and never watched the last episode.
Oof, it's fucking terrible. But seriously, this is on that level of jump scare.
Uh.
Just because the whole movie is not a scary movie. Like, there's obviously a thriller aspect to it because bad Jake Gyllenhaal kind of wants to destroy good Jake Gyllenhaal's life, even though good Jake Gyllenhaal's just kind of reaching out to him because, oh my god, I have this identical twin and they've got the same scar, and like, you're not sure if they're brothers or like, you know,
or
conjoined
clones or
twins.
whatever.
Yeah, they never really touch on it because that's not, you know, what Denny's about. He's about the weirdness, and it really comes through. And it's fucking solid. And again, Jake Gyllenhaal is a fantastic actor, so he carries it really nicely. And yeah, really cool.
Nice.
So
There was another non-comedy actor starring alongside themselves thing that's actually pretty well done from a technical standpoint, and that is one with Tom Hardy playing alongside Tom
Legend.
Hardy.
Legend.
There we go, where he plays two people with inhuman accents.
yeah, he's
And it is
and they're
the
different.
most
They're
inhuman.
different inhuman accents.
Two completely different, completely incomprehensible.
Are they both wearing
Or
different
that's
things on their
the-
faces?
No, but they're constantly touching their faces.
Yeah.
All right, close enough. He's like, you feel so naked.
It's
Like,
when
Tom,
they're
leave your face alone. I don't know. This just feels more natural.
God cannot hold me.
Well, I mean, the one brother does always speak like he's got a mouthful of water.
Yeah, that's the crazier one.
Yeah,
It's when they're the Cray brothers, if anyone is interested.
it's basically.
They're sorry, they're the.
Cray.
So if they're next to each other,
Yes, they are cray. We get the joke.
no, I was gonna say bye, Cray.
Yeah, so if you like crime movies, it's definitely worth a watch because it's like a below.
Also,
average
there's porn
Scorsese
involved, isn't
movie.
there?
Yeah, it is.
Isn't
Yeah.
there also porn involved in some way? I can't remember.
Thing is, if you cry movie, then no one believes you the second time.
Fucking nice.
Wow. If I had a grape right now, boy.
Here's a great box.
No, it's not the same. Can't get that
Dion,
in
open your mouth.
Dion's mouth. I'm not Kobe.
I just snort laughed.
I threw that at Thomas early. He didn't even notice.
Yeah. You know, that's life.
Yeah, he goes full Tom Hardy in the movie. The thing is,
But like twice.
convincingly,
Like 200% Tom Hardy.
even though you know they're both Tom Hardy, quite obviously, they're still convincingly different characters.
Very, very
and they
much so.
feel like different characters. You know, like, oh, there's Tom Hardy and also Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
It's not
too
like
distinct.
the movies where I've been talking about where your one character is opposite the other character. You know, this is good one, this is bad one. This one, there's a lot more nuance to it.
Yeah,
One is
this
obviously
one
the
is
crazy
lawful
one.
evil, and this one is chaotic evil.
Yeah, and they play that really nicely, and it's impressive to see, like, you know, same sort of character but different mannerisms thrown in.
I wonder what would happen if
make
I
it
Google
dazzling.
2 leads, 1 actor.
Marcus.
No!
Marcus.
Marcus, that's
Marcus.
dangerous, and you'll probably just get the Nutty Professor.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, that's another one.
No, I
What
get
is all
Jim
those-
Parsons.
All those awful.
What's
fucking
really
Eddie
funny?
Murphy
What's really
movies.
funny is that I loved those when I was a kid. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
for
thought that
sure.
was like
Oh,
fucking
I mean,
magic.
obviously.
Yeah.
And B, how amazingly on point the Tracy Jordan parodies of those are.
The clumps.
The clumps. Like, I kept thinking that, like, the Eddie Murphy ones are the clumps. I'm like, no, that's...
Wait, no, but
crumps.
but the Eddie Murphy one was called the club.
I know, then then the Tracy Jordan one is the crumps.
The crumps.
Ah, that makes more sense.
It's so good.
So they blended
Oh,
together in my
funky.
mind as well.
Have you ever have you ever actually watched any of them?
Yeah,
Not
when I was
recently.
young. I haven't seen them
No,
in
no,
years.
no, I mean like recently.
No, but I fucking
watched one
loved
about
them when I
6
was a
months
kid.
ago. Like
Yeah?
the one where
Why?
Okay, when I play video games with Biggie and like we're playing Total War, I'll have the TV on and it'll be playing movies. For some reason, I hit the button on the remote and it switched over to the television and it was just
Yeah,
playing. and I
okay,
was
cool,
like,
yeah, sure.
okay,
Oh,
gotcha.
I was just
Whoa,
driving and the
boop.
prostitute fell in my window and my
Yes.
pants hooked on a
You know how
cactus.
often that happens to me? Anyway, so yeah, I watched that. Holy God, it is the worst thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
I need to see it
and
now.
I watched those Axe commercials.
I only watched the last one.
I
The fifth one.
couldn't even.
Okay,
I-
well, it starts
I didn't-
off, right, when they're introducing the superhero team and the one guy's power is fire. And the narrator's like, he is literally fire. And I was like, ooh.
Did you watch any of those, Jason?
No.
I'm gonna show you
I
one.
forgot they existed.
I'm gonna show you one.
Yeah.
I
Show 'em the first
I genuinely
No.
had to go for a walk after I watched it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Marcus, what's yours?
Derail us entirely.
You know what? I completely forgot, but then I remembered the Austin Powers movies.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah. Those.
Did you guys forget?
I super forgot
I
about
love
that.
I was done for forgetting Tron Legacy.
I super forgot
You
about
are,
those.
Right?
I mean,
They're
I
not
am.
mutually exclusive. I completely forget that Mike Myers,
Is but
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is
Austin
Austin Powers,
Powers
Dr.
and
Evil, and Mini-Me.
It's a lot of makeup.
And,
just so
and
much make-
Scott Evil.
They call it
Remember he plays
reductive
Scott Evil
makeup.
too.
Yeah.
yeah.
In a Seth Green mask.
It's crazy how nature do that.
Yeah, but no, I mean, that's great. I have a soft spot. Again, I haven't rewatched them since they came
It's
out.
probably unsafe to at this
yeah,
point.
Yeah.
but
I don't know. Is it unsafe?
I'll jump on that grenade. I will watch the entire Austin Powers
Mark,
trilogy.
I
You're a
did
terrible
rewatch. I think the second half of the first one, which was also just randomly on TV.
Yeah,
And, like,
sure.
Yeah.
She also just randomly fell into your car.
She just jumped out in the middle
Yeah.
of the highway.
And I enjoyed it. Like I had no issues with it. It was good. But yeah, I should rewatch those, or maybe I shouldn't. But I've got a soft spot for them.
I think the
I'll always have a soft spot for pre-Shrek Mike Myers.
rewatching Mrs.
Well, no, actually, you know what?
Doubtfire.
Shrek Mike Myers is just fat bastard. I'll always have a soft spot for pre The Guru, or whatever that movie was called.
It was called
Yeah.
Oh
Love
God!
The Love Guru.
The Love Guru. Yeah, pre The Love Guru Mike Myers.
Oh God! When they did that weird CG thing where they put his face on a child.
What?
I
never
never
watched
watched
the film,
Key and Peele did that
but
so
sure.
well.
Yeah.
Goo Goo Gaga.
watching Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't think it technically counts because
No, because it's the same role.
it's the same,
same person, just in disguise.
just in disguise. Although he does interact with himself, but sneakily.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
it's still
it
one
doesn't count.
character. in the
It's still quite a charming movie. Some of the jokes not aged great, but he again still Robin Williams being super charming, and it's nice to see.
All right, I will say for me, the absolute best. This sounds like I'm setting up some bullshit, but I'm dead
Yeah, it
serious.
does.
I love it so much. I even have a Funko from it.
Oh, that TV series
Yeah, it's not a movie, but it may as well be. Orphan Black. This,
where she plays all the
she
characters.
plays. I think by the end of the series, she's played like
She's got a knife.
10
Careful,
or
Jason.
11
Versions
clones.
of her, yeah.
And I'm not kidding. Like, I watched the whole series. I've rewatched a bunch of it. I constantly forget. Like they had a thing on Instagram where it was like a cast reunion, and it's her and like 3
Two
actors.
people?
Yeah, and
Her
I'm
and,
like,
3
I'm like,
people.
only one of them pitched. Seriously, if you ever want to see a masterclass in acting, because stuff like that I usually hate. I think it's gimmicky, especially in a sort of more dramatic, serious thing. Like, it works well for comedy. But she is just like,
She's knocking it out the park.
absolutely fucking forget it's the same actress constantly.
That is fucking.
Actually, after this, I want to show you like a behind the scenes thing where they have a dinner where it's like 6 of the fucking clones and their partners and stuff like.
What is another clone movie that we? That awful Michael Bay movie.
Which one?
The Island.
Oh yes.
The fucking
Wait,
Island.
do they ever interact with them at the actual cells? I think they're just clones.
No. I don't they escape?
They do
And they,
escape.
like, go
I don't
to-
know if Ewan McGregor meets Ewan McGregor. Though.
I mean,
I honestly saw
it's
half of
been
the
a
movie
like
10 years ago.
I know
so-
Digimon Honshu is in it as well. That's
Did I
like
actually say the name of my one? Orphan Black.
You
I
did.
don't know if I actually said it.
A sneaky one that is also one of these actors acting alongside themselves thing.
Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West?
Yeah.
That's super sneaky because I didn't see it.
Where he plays the president, and he plays Kevin Kline. And it's a great gag because there's a gag where he's pretending to be the president, but he's
Okay.
also actually acting as the president.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. No, I was thinking
Was
of
that
Christopher
before or
Nolan's...
after the steampunk spider?
It was way before.
He got
Okay.
a spider. I was thinking of
Oh,
The Prestige.
The Prestige, yes. I forgot about that.
Oh, right,
You're fucking right.
Prestige.
Because both the leads act alongside themselves. It's Prestige.
It is a
people must-
10-year-old.
I know, I'm just saying,
movie.
like,
Like 13 by
Yeah,
the
it's
I'm
Spoilers,
just saying, like,
2006.
if someone hasn't seen it, they should
Yeah,
probably
if you
skip
haven't
this.
seen it, spoilers, because you should fucking see it.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite of the Nolan movies,
Yeah.
I think.
I don't
It's
know,
the one- it's-
man.
for me, it's got the
Dunkirk,
most-
number 1.
Oh, I forgot
shit.
about
I never
Dunkirk was
think
Nolan.
of Dunkirk as a Nolan
No,
film.
it's
Yeah.
because it's on a pedestal somewhere
Yeah.
untouchable by any
a
man.
pedal stool, I think you'll find.
Petal stool.
Pedal stool.
Like it's on a giant lotus.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but the Prestige goes like way creepy with it.
Yeah, it's rad.
Yeah,
Great.
It is.
it is great.
I wanna
Man, what a
rewatch
good
The
movie.
Prestige.
Oh yeah, I wish it.
Yeah.
I would, but got this rad engagement party I'm going to.
Oh, nice.
Devil's
Wait
gonna
a
be
minute,
there.
does the Prestige...
Your
Wait, if I can
face!
get a consenting opinion here, does the Prestige count as a horror movie?
Yes.
No.
It's spooky.
It's really...
It's got spooks, but it's not a horror.
It is a.
There's a little bit
thriller.
of horror in the concept of it, in terms of having to live with that kind of shit.
Okay, so it's
But
more
there's
of a.
no actual
okay.
like spooky horror.
It's a,
Yeah, it's not a
okay,
horror.
so it's a
Okay.
thriller.
Yeah.
That's
But
a-
I do like that
that's
right
a-
in the beginning of the movie, Christopher Nolan's like, "Hey, this is how the movie works."
Yeah.
Here's the
Yes.
twist.
Yeah.
Right here. Boop boop.
I like
Have
that.
fun with that.
I watched a video with Penn Jillette where he was rating or just like discussing like
Magic
magic tricks from. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah,
And-
I saw that. He was like,
yeah,
this,
and he's
it's,
and like
it's a
he's
shit
like
trick.
yeah, he's like the Prestige, like that trick where he sort of throws a hat and he comes out. Like that trick would never work because if a trick only has one way that it could possibly, because that a person can't teleport, so the only way you could do that trick is with a twin,
yeah,
is with a double. So that's how you did it. Like the audience
Yeah,
will
the
know
audience will
immediately.
know.
No one will be impressed. His favorite of all the forms that they go through is Ant-Man, where he does
Yeah.
like the cards coming.
Because
Because he's
he
like, that's the
actually did
one
that.
where the actor actually did the trick.
Most powerful magic users in the
love
Marvel
even-
universe, and only one of them survived Thanos.
And just, I love that even outside of the Marvel universe, he's getting praised for that trick. It's like the gag, but
How'd you do that?
But the Bruce Campbell one that I was talking about
Oh, yeah.
last week is Bubba Hotep.
Do you know
I
what?
remember Bubba Hotep.
I still have not seen that.
neither have
I
I.
really
Give
should.
it a watch.
I know. Well, it's Bruce Campbell. Of course I'll watch it.
You should also watch, if you haven't yet, My Name is Bruce.
Yeah, I fucking love that.
I haven't seen it.
That's the one where Bruce Campbell plays Bruce Campbell.
And there's like a town where there's really a zombie outbreak, and then like they go and they get
it's
actor
super
Bruce
meta.
Campbell from his trailer, and they make him come and rescue them. And he's-
Because there's
It
this
is.
one kid who's watched like every Bruce Campbell movie, and
What a
he's
hero.
convinced.
he's like, we have to get him. And he's just so unwilling.
He just doesn't want to.
fucking great.
That
That's
sounds
really good.
Fucking
It's a
perfect.
fun
I'm really
time.
surprised you haven't seen it.
never
'cause
seen
that,
it.
yeah, that's like classic.
I'll watch that later. Much later.
Much later.
Yeah.
Much later. You got important things to get to.
Important things
Yeah.
to get to.
Engagement party, ruling the Wu-Tang Clan.
You know, it's important. It's a full-time job.
Logan. Can we count Logan?
No, we
Why?
can't, because that is a CG head.
Yeah.
That is a completely CG head. He
Yeah,
was not in
Logan
that movie.
Apocalypse.
That is his stunt double, and that is a complete CG head.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, when they're starring alongside each other, it's always camera tricks.
Yes, but it's still the same actor.
Well, I guess they're not acting across from each other.
No.
They're fighting each other, but they're not acting across from each other.
Well, I don't.
Is fighting not acting?
Is fighting not acting? No, I don't know. I
It's
don't.
fighting, not acting.
Exactly. I don't know if it counts.
Nah, that's not really because it's not like Hugh Jackman taking on the challenge of
Yeah.
like.
So I guess Deadpool 2 doesn't count then either.
Me?
Ryan Reynolds plays Deadpool and Juggernaut.
No.
Oh, what?
No, he doesn't.
He does.
The director plays Juggernaut.
Nope.
What?
Look it up. It is
Wow.
Ryan Reynolds who does the voice for Juggernaut.
No, it's the director that voiced Juggernaut.
Nope.
I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Please do. Because I'm going off memory here. And I'm
That's
pretty
impressive.
sure, I'm pretty sure it's Ryan
Well,
Reynolds.
Google instantly answers it as Ryan Reynolds.
Ooh, Mark's on shaky ground.
Gotta do some digging there,
I
Marcus.
typed in who plays Juggernaut in Deadpool 2, and then Google just gave me a very handsome photo of Ryan Reynolds.
I wish that the photo it gave you is the one that Brie Larson does where they do for their birthdays. I wish it was that photo. Like her for 90% of the photo, like a 10% of him cropped out. It's like, this is Ryan Reynolds.
There is another one. Phantom Menace and Black Swan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Natalie Portman?
Natalie Portman.
Oh, yes.
And Natalie
She
Portman
totally does double it.
She plays her
Yep.
double in the movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good
So,
read,
Marcus,
dear.
how's your
What is it? What's her what's
the
her
director did
stage
the
name?
mocap for the
What's her
Juggernaut.
what's
I
her
don't-
pseudonym again?
I don't remember.
That
I saw Black Swan like 5 years ago, and I don't think I've rewatched it.
Ugh, man.
You have rewatched that one scene though, like a couple of times.
Yeah, the ballet's rad, man.
Yeah.
Guys, we're all being big idiots.
Yes.
Are we?
Well, yeah.
More
but-
than usual though.
More than usual, because there's a particular Jordan Peele movie that's kind of based on this whole actors.
Oh shit! Isn't there just?
Oh, right.
Oh, are you talking about
Us.
Get Out?
Yes, talking about Get Out.
Yeah, the
Yes,
only
Mark,
Jordan
you're
Peele
talking
film.
about- You're right, us.
Big old idiots.
Hey, we're stupid.
The A, it's horror. B, it came out this year?
Came out last year.
Came out last year.
No, this year.
This year.
It was March this year.
It's been a long
It
year.
has been a long year.
Wish it would have.
And we're just all like, ooh, which movies have people acting?
Hey, this is the central theme of the fucking movie.
Doesn't count.
Everybody's got a double.
Does Prestige count as horror so we can say we found a horror movie where people star opposite
We're
themselves?
idiots. We're idiots. But Tron Legacy's the best.
We're not smart.
No, we're
But
terrible.
we have never claimed to be.
No.
Well,
That's true.
I claim to be smarter than other people,
Yeah.
but not
Yeah,
to be
but-
smart.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a high bar.
I mean, he is smarter than 5
we're
gay rats.
people, and we're idiots.
We're people, we're idiots. And then there's still people who want the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we are all smarter than 5 gay rats.
Yep.
We forgot that.
We're
That
idiots.
is, we're real dumb.
God, I love Tron
I blame Marcus.
Why?
I
for
blame
sure.
Marcus too.
I blame
Why?
Marcus
Why
3.
blame me?
Well, it's a democracy, Marcus.
It's about time you're the scapegoat.
Fine.
Oh, and if you do watch Enemy, which I really suggest
Yeah.
you
Well, I
watch,
mean, it's Denis.
and you don't like spiders, I have some bad news for you.
Oh, I love
spiders in it?
spiders.
There are spiders in that movie.
That's okay. I'm not worried
in a
about
very
spiders.
spooky way.
I'm not worried about spiders as long as there's not a forest.
There is no forest. It's filmed in Toronto.
By the way, speaking of
Ontario.
forests,
Yeah.
the fucking forest in the Blair Witch game is
Right?
so
Right?
Does it get you,
fucking-
Leon?
Well, it doesn't just get me; it is gorgeous. Like I
Yeah.
did
They
not
put
know
all
games
the money.
were.
They put
I-
all the money into that
and it's
forest.
like it's basically it's an indie game,
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
and it just looks
the game-
so money.
There's one gameplay aspect that I don't enjoy,
Oh, the combat.
and that's the Alan Wake combats.
Yeah, I know. It's honestly, for me, the game is. I'm only halfway. I have to get back to it, but the game isn't amazing, and like the
Not
puzzle
by
stuff
any-
is a bit like whatever. But just walking around that
though,
forest
is so claustrophobic.
It's literally just me walking in my nightmare.
Yeah.
It is
If the
amazing.
trees were made of clown puppets, it would be mine.
Oh, which reminds me, next week on the Epic Game Store, the previous game is going free. Observer.
So that's
Oh, nice.
this week.
Yeah, that's this week at time of
Observer's
recording.
cool.
Observer's cool because you got Rutger Hauer,
R.I.P. Forever in our
R.I.P.
hearts.
and also like it's basically Blade Runner, but like a weird psychological horror.
Nice. Yeah, I want to check out the other one, Layers of Fear. As
There's
well.
a fear.
Layers of-
Apparently, Layers of Fear 2 is pretty like good because it's less of a walking simulator.
Yeah, Laserfield 1 is kind of...
Yeah.
because it started out as a Half-Life 2 mod.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
but no, Observer, I recommend that.
Guys, we got distracted from movies before we could talk about the one person who is keeping the star alongside yourself.
Are
in
you
a
going to talk
comedy
about
alive.
Adam Sandler? Because I'm going to kill you, Jason.
Yeah,
was
I'm
gonna
gonna
bring up
I'm gonna
Adam
fucking
Sandler.
murder
What?
you.
What Adam Sandler's that?
He's keeping the trend of starring alongside yourself in a really insensitive manner alive.
Isn't that what the Medea movies are?
Yes, but also...
Also,
Yeah,
no, but they get a
but also
pass
on,
because
but no. Also on base level, Tyler Perry trumps Adam Sandler.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So, but like, did you watch that movie
What movie
I
is this?
did not. The one where...
where he plays his sister?
What's it called?
What?
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill.
That's it.
Oh,
He
shit.
plays
Don't
himself
you know?
and his sister.
yeah.
Do you not know about this movie?
No.
Okay, we're watching the trailer afterwards.
She just killed
Also,
herself.
She
Yeah,
has,
kill
the,
herself.
she has the appropriate response.
Yeah, that's how
Poor
you should
Helena.
react to Jack and Jill. This is suicide.
This version of the clones is the fucking coolest character.
Well, I just covered in blood. She's
But
and has a
yeah,
knife in her hand.
the insensitive thing is right.
God damn.
Yeah, it's.
It's just
I
like
watched
goddamn.
about half an hour of the movie, tapped out.
I just saw the trailer and it looked like
Tapped
just
the fuck
peak
out.
Adam Sandler.
It is in all the worst.
Sandler. On Adam Sandler and the Shafts. Adam Sandler.
It's
Make
Adam
it a,
Sandler.
no, it's American. It's
It's
Sandler.
Sandler.
No, it's Jewish.
Oh,
It's
Sandler.
Sandler.
It's American.
You're American.
yo.
Fight me, Dion. If only you had the strength to pick up at me.
Shit, fucking.
And I'm
Visual gag.
I'm an idiot as well because I forgot another horror movie that features actor starring alongside herself, and I don't know her name. but
Jamie
she-
Lee Curtis.
Shut up. She was one of the brides in Mad Max, the redhead.
Yeah.
No, sorry, the one with the fair hair, the pregnant one.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
She's in a horror movie called Elizabeth Harvest, where spoiler, there's clones and are of her.
She's an Elizabeth and she gets harvested.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they gave it away in the title, so if you don't know that
And
going in...
what's really fucked up, again spoilers, is that the antagonist, the dude's son that's cloning her and keeping her as a wife, his son is actually a clone of him. So there's like
Lots of clones.
Lots of clones.
Thomas, I might be remembering things incorrectly here, but I
You
think
probably are.
you're missing a actor starring alongside themselves close to your heart in one of the Prometheus sequels.
He does. Yeah. That, Covenant, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
because those are two completely different characters, one
Yeah.
actor, and their dynamic towards each other is like really cool.
I still haven't seen Prometheus. I haven't got the
Dude,
strength.
watch Prometheus.
Yeah, just watch Prometheus. Come on.
Prometheus is not that bad.
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender is the best part of that movie.
Jeez. Dumpster fire. But don't tell Thomas I said that.
I'll keep it secret.
I fucking love that tweet that guy said is like, I have to write a personal apology to Ridley Scott now with those fucking researchers in the Antarctic holding that thing that they had no idea what it was without gloves, and they were like, ooh, it's like,
We found the strange thing.
we don't know what it is. Actual doctors and scientists. It's like, scientists would never be that stupid.
They're human. Don't underestimate how stupid they can be.
Love that.
Oh,
But the best one is Tron Legacy. It's Tron Legacy.
it's gotta be. It's where young Jeff Bridges comes from.
It is
Yeah,
our
it's
Genesis.
And then he
It's his
fights
origin.
regular Jeff Bridges on a bridge.
On a
And
bridge.
he's had
Yeah.
such a prolific career.
He has.
He's gone on to start so many Disney movies.
Oh. Did you ever see R.I.P.D.?
Oh God, no.
Boy.
I remember
Unfortunately.
seeing the trailer for that and thinking this looks fantastic. And then like the reviews came out and
you
I
were
was like,
oh no.
No.
It is a fantastic concept, though. It's like they're
Well,
cops
yeah.
for the dead.
yeah, no, the first trailer was like excellent.
Yeah,
It makes it
yeah.
look so good.
And that was all they had.
R.I.P. R.I.P.D.
No.
R.I.P.D.D.
R.I.P.D. this episode.
Amen. Go watch Enemy. And
Has
Adam
Adam
What's
Sandler.
Sandler
Black?
done blackface yet?
Yes.
Yes, almost definitely. I don't
He
have an actual
absolutely has.
instance of it, but he definitely has.
I'm pretty sure he did it in that series with the Native Americans. That's why they all walked off set.
That was
Did you not hear about that? So
no,
he did
wasn't
that-
wasn't
it was
the
a couple of
ridiculous
years
six?
back.
Yeah, but wasn't that? Isn't that technically red face?
That's what I'm saying. Like blanket
Yeah.
term for
Yeah.
wearing face paint. In a
No, I'm talking about like actual blackface.
Actual
where he
I
tries
was
to be.
trying to
I
search
don't
Adam
know.
Sandler
Only,
blackface.
only Robert Downey Jr.
And
can
one
get
of the
away with that.
topics
Yeah.
is Adam Sandler black friend.
Oh no!
Hi, this is my black
question mark
friend.
upward inflection.
Yeah, it's still weird to me that he completely got away with
I can't believe that.
blackface.
I did also find an article, 5 Adam Sandler movies that are way more racist than you remember. How racist
How
are
racist
they?
could they possibly
Because I remember
be?
them being pretty racist.
Have you seen Happy
Like, these are
Gilmore?
gonna make Marcus
Fucking
uncomfortable.
hell.
Fucking hell.
Are we gonna have to do an Adam Sandler?
No!
episode?
Number 1 on their list is Blended. That is, to me, the most racist movie that he has made, and they're saying it's more
I haven't
racist
seen
than
it.
I imagined.
How could it be more racist? That is just a hate crime. It's like Marcus's anthem.
It's like
Marcus has the movie tattoo. You know, there's those things where they do like the time lapse of like the color, where it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the average color from each scene. Like Marcus has that for the film, like tattooed down his
You know,
arm.
the Pantone swatch. Just
yeah.
All right, we gotta put ourselves
Yeah.
out of our misery.
Yeah.
We got to Adam Sandler, and it's
Yeah,
just
no,
all
we gotta-
fucking.
Like I said, R.I.P. this episode.
Watch out for one of our future episodes where we talk about literal hate crimes.
We just
God,
did.
Adam's. Are we gonna
Just
do an
drink
Adam
Krabbies.
Sandler?
No, we're
drink
not.
Krabbies.
No, Krabbies.